You are listening to Dream Culture by Kevin McLeod of Incompetech.com. Link in the description of the video. Hello everybody, Steve Jones C13 here. Thanks for tuning in, and you are listening to another episode of Just Wondering, the weekly therapy session disguised as a podcast. How are you all this Halloween evening? Yeah, fuck that noise. In this episode I am going to be talking about my hatred of Halloween, and I'm also going to be talking about some things where I'm actually positive about. Such as everything not to do with Halloween. But first of all, let me address one thing that some of our more eagle-eared viewers may have picked up on, and that is that the sound is a little different, and that is because, ladies and gentlemen, they finally arrived. My new MP3 recording and clip-on mic equipment. So right now, I am wearing a clip-on mic on my shirt, and I've just knocked myself into a chair. And I've got an MP3 recorder sitting in my pocket, so it gives me the freedom to essentially wander around, and yeah, it's pretty cool, quite like it. Now, in a moment, I'm going to be going downstairs, make myself hot chocolate, so we may get an unintended cameo from certain family members, which would be nice. Don't we love unintentional cameos from family members? It's wonderful. That's my way of making an excuse for me not having to edit that shit out. But anyway, let's travel. So, just need my trusty phone, it's in my pocket. Excellent. Okay. So, where were we? So let's talk about my hatred of Halloween. Let's knock this one out of the ballpark whilst I'm making myself a lovely hot chocolate with wires falling all around me. So, here's the thing about Halloween, right? I don't mind people enjoying Halloween. I'm not one of those people that thinks it should be banned. I'm not one of those people that thinks it should go away. I'm not one of those people that want people to not have their fun. You know, let everybody enjoy Halloween. You know, I'll stop back, hide away, and let everybody enjoy it. Now, over the years, I've given a lot of reasons as to why I hate Halloween, and they're mainly based in truth, you know, for the most part. You know, I have certain objections, one of them being that, you know, all year long we tell kids, you know, not to accept candy from strangers, and then once a day, every year, we send them out gift wrapped. I still haven't quite understood this logic. It makes no sense to me. You know, I've complained about, it teaches kids entitlement. You know, they knock on a door and expect to get shit for free. Where the fuck did this philosophy come from? I did not agree to this philosophy. I was not there at the present hour. Didn't get an email, didn't get a fax. Nobody asked me what I thought. I would have said, whoa, 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 whoa. This seems like a pretty pissy idea. Don't know what you're thinking here. But nobody asked me. So, no matter what. But no, really, what it boils down to, there is actually quite a personal reason why I don't like Halloween. And some people might consider it as a prize. Some people may take offense. Some people may think it's a bit overdramatic. And frankly, you can all fuck off if that's what you think. I don't really mind. The really biggest thing, and that's just my kettle boiling in the background if you can hear it. I'm going to point out now, by the way, using this microphone, this is as much a test of microphones as anything else. So, I'm recording Shout after this with Adam, so that'll sound even more professional than this one, except he's been drinking all night, so who knows how professional it might be. But one of the big reasons I hate Halloween, I suffer from paranoia, okay? During the day, you know, I tend to be alright. If I'm on my own, I'm constantly thinking that people might be talking about me when I'm not there. I'm constantly thinking that, you know, people are plotting against me. And on a night time, I'm thinking that people are trying to break into the house to kill me. Constantly. You know? I am constantly in fear of the boogeyman. You know, I'm in constant fear of ghosts and ghouls, and I can't watch horror movies. I cannot watch horror movies. It's impossible for me, because if I do, it just terrifies me, and I won't sleep. When I was a kid, a lot of you will know of the horror story of Freddy Krueger. Now, until I was about 25, and to some extent, even to this day, but it was definitely true for when I was 25. the basic rule was, if someone even so much as mentioned his name, I would be going out to sleep for that night, because for some reason as a kid, Freddy Krueger was the most terrifying monster imaginable to me. Someone that can get you in your sleep. Like, this was a true monster. This monster got to you in a place that should be the most secure to you, in your sleep. You know, there was no hiding in your dreams. You couldn't escape. So, admittedly, I became scared of monsters. I became scared of that stuff. And obviously I didn't know I had paranoia when I was a kid. I probably even didn't have paranoia when I was a kid. Probably something that's developed over time. I don't know what causes it. I don't know, is it a chemical imbalance? Could it be corrected with medication? Is it a psychological thing? Probably more than likely I'm fucked up. But the point is, for me, Halloween feels like the world is mocking me. It feels like the world is collectively taking the piss. You know, everyone's dressing up as these things like vampires and ghouls and, you know... Oddly enough, the only monster that never scared me, and this is God's honest truth, because I've been scared by Daleks, Cybermen, Weeping Angels, vampires, zombies, all these shit. One monster that never scared me was mummies. Mummies never scared me. Girlfriend's mummies scared me, but mummies and then the bandages thing never really scared me, because I always thought, what the fuck are you gonna do? I mean, fair play to the movie The Mummy for actually trying to make them a fucking threat, but let's be fucking serious here. They're not really a major threat. I'm a dead person covered in bandages. Whoa, there you go, you are no longer there. We now have all these spare bandages, what we're gonna do? Yo, Red Cross, have some supplies. It just didn't seem to make much in the way of sense to me. But vampires and zombies and all that, oh, I got that. Oh, I got that something fucking rotten. Made myself a really fucking awesome hot chocolate. I've become addicted to them. Fuck me. Oh my god. This hot chocolate is amazing. If anybody asks, whipped cream and hot chocolate flakes on top? Oh fuck yes. But yeah, but Halloween almost felt like the world was taking the piss. Felt like it was one massive joke. Now obviously, it's not. Obviously Halloween was not designed as a joke against me. Halloween's been around a lot longer than I have. And I apologise if you pick up the drinking on the microphone. Again, kind of testing it out with you guys. But you know, it doesn't stop it feeling that way. You know, to me, it's like, I want to enjoy Halloween, you know, but I can't. It's not for me. And people try to get me, quote unquote, into the spirit of it. Oh, you should come dressed up, and all that, you know. And they'll say, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to dress up. I say, oh, you dress up for Comic-Con? Comic-Con is a completely separate thing, you bitches. Comic-Con and Halloween are not the same fucking thing. Oh, you dress up for Comic-Con, but you won't dress up for Halloween. Oh yeah, one thing, I don't fucking hate Comic-Con. But more the point, Comic-Con is a celebration of all the things that we love. It's the creation of things. And that's what Comic-Con really is. Think about this. Comic-Con is the celebration of creation. Not creation like Genesis and shit, but as in imagination. You know, in the normal world, there's this old guy who wanders around, who doesn't do any harm to anybody, he's a nice guy, and, you know, he gets on. But in Comic-Con, there is a god called Stan Lee. And Stan Lee is a legend, a living legend, because of his ability to create, his ability to imagine, and to make that imagination manifest on pen and paper. And then you have a guy who seems a bit odd looking at times, no offense to him, you know, a guy who can put people a little bit off kilter, but in the literature world, you've got a fucking veteran called Stephen King. Now, I'm not his biggest fan, I'm also not Stan Lee's biggest fan, but I celebrate the fact that these are content creators who the likes of the literature world and Comic-Con and stuff like that can celebrate. I mean, Halloween is, these days, about sugary shit, getting pissed, and creating slutty versions of things that should never have slutty versions. Yeah, I understand the slutty nurse, the slutty police officer, the slutty whatever, but do we really need slutty Disney princesses? No. We certainly do not need a slutty minion. I mean, don't get me wrong, minion is a rather underused term of affection for a nearest and dearest one, especially if you're into the old kind of BDSM thing, but no. No, I don't think minion ever required a sexy alternative. It just doesn't really seem the done thing to me. On the plus side, this hot chocolate is fucking belter. Oh, that's fucking lovely. Now, Halloween, again, is not in of itself a bad thing. I don't think it should be banned. I don't think it should be... Well, but I'm so sick of the effort that the world goes to. Now, people who hate Halloween may hate it for different reasons. This is only my personal reason, and that's why I say I don't want it banned, and I don't think it should be removed, and I don't want to stop anybody from having a good time. Have your parties, have your dress-ups, have your horror movie marathons, watch Markiplier play Five Nights at Freddy Halloween Edition Part 1, available on YouTube right now. I swear he didn't pay me. You know, do all these things. Just keep me the fuck out of it. And a lot of you be saying, well, no one invited you. And you'd be wrong. Every year I end up in the same argument, okay? I end up in the same argument because people, God love them, are wanting to bring me into their world. People are wanting me to share the love that they have for it, and that's a really admirable quality, and I thank people for that. But I just can't stand it. It's not for me. It really isn't for me. And, you know, as a British person who hates to admit the fact that he is paranoid, there is another holiday coming up which I despise. And before anybody says, don't you fucking dare say it's Christmas, because Christmas is an awesome time of year. But for me, Christmas is December. I don't want to see Christmas decorations and Christmas songs on TV, you know, or anything like that until December 1st. December 1st, that's it. Christmas carols can start. I do not give a shit. But in November, no. It was fucking in the middle of October. I went to Asda and they've got an aisle full of Christmas shit, and there's a banner on top of it saying, because it's Christmas. Bitches, it's October 26th. Take that shit down. But no, as a British person, the next holiday coming up is Bonfire Night, November the 5th. November the 5th. Oh boy. I hate November 5th. Bonfire Night. I hate Bonfire Night because for some reason we thought it would be a smart idea to give civilians explosives. Ponder upon that. In our infinite wisdom, we decided the best thing we could possibly do was to have a day in the year when we actively encourage people to start huge fuck-ass fires and blow shit up. Now, living in a rough town like I do, with a bunch of idiots who frankly don't get the idea of what, you know, is smart or what isn't smart, the last thing I want to see happen is to see the rougher idiots of this place armed with shit that can kill me. Especially when all they have to do is fire it from afar. Now, of course, you can make the argument that, Stephen, they already have guns. True, but why make it easier for them? It's not like a case of, well, they already have guns, might as well give them grenades. No, let's not do that. That would be stupid. But, you know, Bonfire Night for me is just... It's not for me, okay? It is not what I want for this dear precious town. It's not what I'm after. I mean, to be honest with you, I say, let's have a word with America. They really like their explosives. We'll trade. We'll give those guys November 5th, so they can have 2, you know, holidays in the air where they get to blow shit up, and we'll take Thanksgiving. I mean, look, I know I'm trying to lose weight, but, you know, fuck, you know, I love the idea. You know, I love the idea of fucking, you know, eating a lot of food, because, well, why wouldn't I? But yes, the point is, you know, I just, I mean, I don't understand the brains behind this idea. It's like, really? Just fucking really? You know, we're gonna allow people to blow shit up, it's gonna be perfectly fucking cool. Why? Because, I mean, it's not even appropriate. Bearing in mind that Bonfire Night is to remember the night that Guy Fawkes was caught 12 hours before he blew up the Houses of Parliament. So we celebrate him not blowing up the Houses of Parliament by blowing shit up. Now that's just rubbing it in their face. That makes no sense whatsoever. That's like, that's like celebrating, that's like celebrating somebody who didn't win a fucking race by running away from him. That just seems to make no sense whatsoever. Guy Fawkes, I mean, a lot of people, a lot of British people, and some Americans and Canadians or whatever, will know Remember the Remember poem, Remember the 5th of November, the gunpowder treason and plot. I know of no reason why gunpowder treason should ever be forgot. However, not a lot of people know that it actually goes on. It actually goes, remember, the 5th of November, the gunpowder treason and plot. I know of no reason why the gunpowder treason should ever be forgot. Guy Fawkes and his companions did the scheme contrive to blow the king and parliament all up alive. 70 barrels laid below to prove old England's overthrow. But by God's providence him they catch, with a dark lantern lighting a match. A stick and a stake, for King James' sake. If you will give me one, I'll take two, the better for me and the worse for you. A rope to hang the Pope, a pennyworth of cheese to choke him, a pint of beer to wash it down, and a jolly good fire to burn him. Holla boys, make the bells ring. Holla boys, God save the king. Hip, hip, hooray. That is the full 5th of November poem. A lot of people don't know about that. But again, it seems bizarre to me, especially for a number of reasons. One, he wasn't caught just in the act of about to blow the thing up. He was caught 12 hours before he was planning on doing it. Secondly, again, it goes by the point of we celebrate him not blowing shit up by blowing shit up. That makes no sense to me. It really is utterly fucking bizarre. Now, what else? I'm going to talk about, my phone making random noises. I must admit, I'm actually in a bit of a good mood today. I don't know if you noticed. I'm not my usual brooding dark self. I must talk about most sincere things like the darkness of humanity. I'm actually fairly chipper, which is a bit bizarre because I had a really... Why is my phone going off? My phone is doing this really weird thing where it keeps making these noises. I don't know why. Oh well, I'll not worry about it too much. What the... Okay, literally, I do not know what's happening with my phone, but it's making random noises. Okay, it seems to be... Fuck's sake, what is going on? Right, my phone literally is making a noise it has never, ever made before. I put it down on the desk, and it does that. What is that? What, have I got any programs open? Let's have a look. Got my clock open, got Skype open, got messages open, got contacts open, Twitter open, Instagram... Okay, fair enough, there's a lot of shit open there. Let's close all these down. Right, does that solve it? What is that? Right, okay, I'm testing a couple of things, right? So I'm touching my phone, right? Every time I'm putting it on the desk, it's stopping. So let me put it flat on my palm. Okay, so I'm not really doing it, I'm just putting it on the desk. So now, because basically when I'm putting it on the desk, I'm actually leaving it on my wallet and pressed against the computer, so... I really didn't mean to spend the rest of the episode on this fucking thing, but what is my phone doing? It's a Galaxy A5. Let me put it down gently. Oh. Okay, this is fucking bizarre. Right, so, right, I'll put it gently down. What the fuck? Alright, is it to do with being near the PC? Is it to do with being on the wallet? Hang on. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, it picked up on something there. There must be something in the wallet that's causing it. You guys are probably wondering, Stephen, you've finally lost your fucking mind. This is what this episode has devolved to, Stephen. You are now trying to discover why your phone is making random noises. Oh god, but I'm desperate to find out what's causing it. I can't. I need to know. I don't understand. Ooh, wait a minute. Okay, it's not when I'm putting it anywhere else either. It's like literally... Right, okay. Here's what's happening, guys, right? If I lean it against my wallet, in a particular way, it's going off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove all the cards that are in my wallet, okay? So I'm removing every single card that's in my wallet. Let's see if it still does it. Alright, let's try putting cards on. Honest to God, guys, you think I'm going to edit this shit out? If you do, let me point something out. You're listening to it. If I was going to edit it out, it wouldn't be in right now, would it? So, right. Ooh. Right, so it makes a noise when my bank card is in. So let me remove that. Let's see if it still does it. So I can't replicate it when there's no card in. What if I put in another card? Like just any one of my other cards are in there. Right, so let's... Right, nothing. Let's try with my Costa Coffee card. By the way, Costa Coffee, amazing hot chocolate. Nothing. Okay, well let's try one more time with my bank card. Okay, I think it's reacting to my bank card. I find this very, very bizarre. I've got like 15 minutes left of a 45-minute show, and I've spent, I think, 5 minutes now trying to investigate the random cause of this noise. I'm completely ignored by hot chocolate. Hang on a minute. Right, okay. It is only making that noise when my bank card is in there. My phone seems to be trying to access my bank card. What is this? What the fuck is it even? I have to research this. Okay. It might be somebody when I put it down. Right. Okay, so I've found this up on a Galaxy forum. It says it's because this person was having the same problem as me. He says, well, I figured it out, sort of. I habitually put my phone down on top of my wallet, which contains my NFC chipped credit card. It turns out the phone actually makes that noise when it finds an NFC chip. If I push my credit card against the back of the phone, the same thing happens. Okay, so why does it do that? So let me... That is bizarre. I didn't know a phone would do that. But that is bizarre. Right, okay, so it's basically, what it is, it's, the phone is saying that it recognizes the chip on the card, but it can't understand the information. So what you're hearing is a message which is saying, okay, I can pick up this device, but I don't understand it. Wow, I didn't know that. That is bizarre. I am utterly dumbfounded by that. That is... I am so sorry, people, that you've taken up 10 minutes of your time. What a fucking bloop bloop. Oh my god. Oh, here's the really sad thing. Judging by these microphones, I would not be surprised if you guys never heard that bleep bloop. Oh, fuck me. Well, now I know, and I'm supposed to have like 12 minutes after the show. Fuck it. Let's talk about some other stuff. Oh yeah. Now, Halloween. Halloween is not the scariest shit that I have to deal with this year. No. NaNoWriMo. Oh yes, people. NaNoWriMo. It's November, so it's National November Writing Month. NaNoWriMo. I have never successfully completed a NaNoWriMo. I am incensed by this. I want to complete a NaNoWriMo. It's very important to me as a writer to complete a NaNoWriMo. But I've never been able to, so once again, I'm going to make the attempt. I'm not sure what's gonna happen, but yeah. You know. Woo! Sorry, I'm just taking my almost all inhaler so I can actually breathe in my nose, and dear god, that runs to your head so fucking quick. Yeah, I really want to complete a NaNoWriMo session. Session. But yeah, it's always been a pain. I've never really been able to do so, and it's one of my big kind of urges. It's, you know, and, you know, you can blame a lot of things, like moving the bike. You can blame a lot of things, but bottom line is I haven't been able to complete it. I really want to. So I'm going to work as hard as I can this year to try and complete NaNoWriMo. Even if what I produce isn't that good, you know, I'd love to complete it at least once. At least once, that's all I ask. But other things are going okay, other things are grand. Just published a song cover. It's actually a redo of Stars from Les Miserables, sung by the character of Javert. If you're a Philip Cast fan, you know why you say Javert. But basically, when I first did it, there was a weird echoey effect caused by Audacity, and it took a while to figure out why it was happening. I eventually figured out why. I've corrected that and did other songs. And a year later, well actually a year and a month later, I was listening to that song and I realised, you know what? I haven't covered that song since fixing the audio problem. And Molasses always said I should re-record it. So that's what I did. Went back and re-recorded it, and already it's getting actually some pretty good responses. I'm oddly proud of what I've produced. I sincerely hope you guys will check it out. It will be in the description below. There will be a link there. It'll also be one of the cards if you're watching this video. So if you're watching it on YouTube, or if you're just watching the video version of this podcast, you'll notice, at least I'd hope you notice, that you've got the cards. So you've got that little eye in the top right hand corner. That will occasionally bring up stuff up, but if you click on it, you'll get a list of different interactive cards. You can click on that and that'll take you to either a website or a video or a channel or something, so I do recommend you check those out. But yeah, I'm actually fairly happy with what I've been able to produce with that cover. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And another update, seeing as this is a weekly therapy session disguised as a podcast, just to keep you guys in the know about my health. One thing I'm very glad to report is that I'm still doing very, very well with the shift in diet habits. As I mentioned a while ago, I gave up all sodas. I gave up Pepsi, Coke, Mountain Dew, everything, even lemonade, whatever. I've gave it all up. So I've only been drinking a combination of water, hot chocolate, and occasionally some fruit juices. The reason I've been avoiding fruit juices is because of the sugar content, because they are exceedingly high. Like if I look at my, this is the 100% pure pineapple juice from Asda. The sugar content is 11 grams for every 100 mils, and this is a 1 litre thing, so that's not as bad as other things I've been drinking, other things I have drank. But the idea was just to try and get myself off the dependency, because I was drinking Coke and Pepsi a lot. Like, I needed it all the time. Now, at work, I feel a lot better. At work, I only have the morning hot chocolate, which is a large hot chocolate from Costa Coffee, costing about $2.90, to get my throat ready for talking on the phones all day. And then throughout the entire day, I drink just water. And that's all I need, and I feel great. I don't feel bloated, I don't feel gassy, I don't feel clammy or anything like that. I feel good. And here's the thing, I went on a staff night out on Friday night, and I treated myself to a grand total of 2 pints of Coke. That is all I've had the entire month of October. 2 pints of Coke. 2 pints of Coke. And then, when I got back into Stanley, I decided to treat myself, because it was a night off, and I haven't had a night off in the entire month of October. You know what I bought myself? The fucking pineapple juice I just mentioned. The pineapple juice was my treat. That is the complete shit. Anyone that's listening to this who knows me knows how big a difference that is. And let's face it, in about a month, in 30 days, I have completely switched myself around. And I'm only just getting started. There is a lot of work I have to do. The next hurdle to jump is the fitness kind of activity. I've got to now increase physical activity. I've now got to put more into exercises and stuff like that. I started really strong when I started the gig, this job, of working for this company. Which actually, it's really interesting, but I'm going to talk about some stuff on the show. But yeah, it's been an okay week. It's been an okay week, guys. What have I learned? That I don't like Halloween for really weird reasons. I'm proud of a song I did, and that I love this mic, and I love this MP3 recorder. And Adam did not get drunk. Well, there you go. Will I still be editing this podcast? Oh yeah, because there's one bit of dialogue that I shouldn't have said, and of course I like to take out the silences as best I can. One of the things that we got told on show by fans is that they hate long periods of silence. So what I do is something called truncating silence, which is where I go to Audacity and I basically remove any silence that lasts longer than 4 seconds. And you might think it's a random number, but honestly 4 seconds is like the maximum level of silence there should ever be. So I always try to bring you, it may not, the content itself may be piss poor, especially when you're listening to me for near enough 45 minutes, but at least it's presented in a decent fashion. And here's how habitual I am. I'm saying this into a microphone that's clipped to my t-shirt, and yet I'm still looking at my camera, which isn't even switched on. Ladies and gentlemen, I am a fucking genius. But you know what, there is one thing I want to ask you guys before I go. Now, people tend not to leave comments on videos, and that's understandable. But for anybody who is listening, I want you to answer me at least 1 or 2 specific questions. Now, I don't care if you answer anonymously, that's absolutely fine. I'm not going to be reading questions out on the show, unless you want me to answer questions, of course. But I need a question answered, and that is, during these episodes, you sometimes hear music playing in the background. That's to try and make it so there's an audible backdrop to what I'm saying. So there's music playing throughout the entire show. Are you guys happier with that, or would you like to see it either louder or quieter, you know? I want to try and improve this as best I can, so if you would like to hear it louder or quieter, or just none at all, and you just want to hear me, if you could let me know. It could be the comments section, if you're on YouTube or SoundCloud. It could be via Tumblr. You could do that anonymously via tumblr.com. What I would go to it is stevejohn313.tumblr.com/ask. And that way you can actually ask your question anonymously, either by simply not having a Tumblr account, or by selecting the anonymous option. Because I know some people want to comment but don't want to have a paper trail. That's fine. But I would really, really, really like to know, guys, because obviously, just wondering, as I said, it is a weekly therapy session disguised as a podcast, but it is content, and therefore, if it's content, I want to present it in the best way possible. And that's where you guys come in. You guys are my guidance. You guys are my quality feedback group, because you are the audience I'm playing to here. But yes, I think that's going to wrap it up for this week, especially as I got just over a minute left. Got to get ready for shout. Got to chill a bit before we do that as well. Got to make sure I've got all our equipment ready. And I want to make sure that this is actually still recording, which it is. Amazing. But yes, I'm going to leave it there. So thank you, everybody, for joining me. Once again, our outro song, which was also our intro song, is... I forgot what it's called now. Sorry, I've just been completely distracted by the fact that I'm just getting a message on my iPad there. Sorry about that. But as I was meant to say, the outro, which is also the intro, is Dream Culture by Kevin MacLeod of Incompetech.com. The description is the link in the... God, I'm an idiot. Okay, so you are listening to Dream Culture by Kevin MacLeod of Incompetech.com. Link is in the description of the video. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys. And as always, I will see you next time. Wait a minute, did I just steal Markiplier's thing? Oh my god. Thanks for listening. Until next time. Bye-bye.